Right, right.
So, all right.
Beautiful day up here.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. So, how can I help you today, Kiko? Oh, yeah, we want to talk about the, what happened yesterday? Some fucking dumb fuck named, fucking, Suarez, ended up calling me. I had his number on the phone, and I couldn't quite place, like, who the fuck he was. He really, like, the call lasted 15 minutes. Honestly, it sounded like I was talking to a member of the judiciary. Like,
Oh shit.
yeah, it was really just very fucking confusing. Maybe he's like fucking Vice's kid or something. Because this guy, like, he goes, hey, I need you to come down here to the hot dog stand. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who are you? And he's like, Nino, how do you not know me? It's Suarez. It's Suarez. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I don't, you know. And he's like, I'm like, I don't know. I don't really have much to do with the hot dog place. And he's like, you're the owner. You're the owner. You're the owner. And I'm like, okay. He's like, something about the hot dog and not being vegetarian or something like that. But the entire phone call was him being confused how I didn't know him, and he just kept spitting obscenities. Like, I don't know.
So
I asked him, I'm like, can you give me, like, could you remind me, like, who you are, whatever? And he was just confused by the request. So, well, do you know anything about that? Like, what the fuck was that?
I don't really know much. I went up there and I worked, an hour or so,
Yeah.
and the guy from Abracababra apparently said that somebody was working up there at the hot dog stand and sold them like a cold hot dog, and they got upset. And then apparently they told them that there was hot dog in the mac and cheese, and it's not actually vegetarian. And I don't know. Apparently there's an altercation. Yeah.
There was hot dog in the mac and cheese.
Yeah. We don't tell too many of the customers, but you have to add the hot dog in there. But we try to get the not dogs. You know what I mean? It's like tofu or something.
Of course.
Yeah. But so apparently whoever this person was came back with an AK-47 and apparently shot up the hot dog stand.
Twitch channel is going to be turning off. I will see you guys at Kick. See you at Kick, boys.
I wasn't there for it, but I'm trying to figure out who was actually working to see what went down, you know?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Jonas with the 2.
He said it was yesterday, and I didn't see too many people clocked in yesterday, so I have to call around.
Wait, so what the fuck? Yeah, he kept saying it was the manager or something. I'm like, Gage isn't around, so who the fuck?
We did hire a new manager. His name's Polo Vor. He works up at DOC with me.
Yeah.
It could have been him. If he said he was a manager, that could have been him. Then.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I wasn't there for it, but it sounds like it got pretty rowdy. People hate the hot dog stand for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, I don't really quite understand it. I think it's because, there's like 100 people hired on before we took it over.
Oh.
And, yeah. I think they're a little upset they don't have free food no more, That's my guess.
I don't know. There's always going to be someone with an issue with something. I mean, it is what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we just try to do the best we can. I did have a managers meeting the other day. Michael was there. I'm not sure if he kind of gave you the cliff notes on it.
Mm-hmm.
But we're trying to keep it open because it's hard to get people to work. Currently, I don't really know what to do other than pay them more money, hopefully, with the new percentage structure we're going to go to. So we're going to try that. I was going to hold like an employee meeting, hopefully, and just kind of get people's thoughts. Like, hey, what can we do better to get you guys to come up here and put in a few hours a week?
I think one thing that is important to keep in mind is the civilian base is dwindling. And as a consequence of the dwindling nature of the of that, civilian base,
Right.
there is those same ones have likely already had their fill working at a stall, right?
Right. Yeah.
And most people are looking for some kind of excitement, right? Some sort of something.
Yeah.
And stalls are not it.
No.
And if you kind of notice in the last even 6 months, if not more, the food workers that work are 90% the same people, right?
Yep. I agree.
So there's
I
not
agree.
really a perfect solution. It's just the reality that, something else is needed, I think.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't really know how to change it up. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think you can is what I'm trying to say is that you're just kind of, you're working with an industry that is cooked, pun intended.
right. Right. That was a pretty good one, actually.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Thank you,
So
ladies and
what
gentlemen.
I'm trying to develop is to get like 4 or 5, like
Oh,
4
yeah,
people,
thank you.
kind of like
So yeah,
managers
dasMEHDI here.
that
I'm a
we can
content
depend
creator. I
on
make
it to
jokes.
be open at least a couple. I'm shooting for like 2 hours a day at this point, and then work up from there. I don't want to just haul off and fire everybody, but I do want to let them know, like, hey, if you don't put in a couple hours, a week, like, we're just gonna have to move on to somebody else.
I
And
mean,
everybody,
I think that's a good idea. Like if someone hasn't worked for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, then yeah, just taking him off the books probably makes sense for safety reasons. But
yeah, we in the managers meeting, we kind of came to the consensus that we want people to work at least 3 hours a week. That might be a little high, but
yeah,
I talked to Melissa over at the taco stand, and she says they want their workers to work 2 hours a week, which I think it's highly doable. But again, nobody nobody wants to clock in, so
yeah.
I don't think I think they're just going to move on. Most of them. But maybe that's the right move. We thin the ranks, trim the fat, and then try to hire new people.
Yes.
But Michael had approached me about kind of taking over. How would you say? As like executive manager almost, and
Yeah.
kind of taking over the duties of the owner
I think that
for the
is a
stall.
good idea. Yes.
Yeah, and I know we've had a lot. I know we've had problems with the menu, and obviously you're busy.
I think that's a very good idea, and I think let's do it.
Okay.
I think this is gonna be in confidence.
Okay.
I want to pass it on to you, but I want over
Yes, sir.
time to a indirect ownership to what will be a new investment company. And Kiko, with that will come broader opportunities.
Okay.
And I want to be clear, not all of which are going to be kosher, but it would be maintained, to be rather transparent with you. There's a lot of change needed in San Andreas. And back there, that building, that's a new law firm. that's going to be opening up.
Yeah, I noticed it's a nice building.
Mm-hmm. There's going to be an investment company right on the corner of Capitol Boulevard and El Rancho. We've already got the funding. A lot of us are pitching in on the money. Mm-hmm. And I want this investment company, perhaps more of a think tank. Sorry, 1 second.
No problem.
All right, come through whenever you get a chance. We didn't get a chance to get rid of a lot of these blueprints, but it is what it is. There's just
easy.
A bunch of blueprints.
You could actually, if you want, you could send it over you go to your real estate app. If you send a 1166 and then put in $10 million, it should just go right through.
1166.
1166.
All right. I'll do that.
You're gonna want to do it while we're on the phone because if it times out, it's like fucked. So.
Oh, okay. Let me just make. One sec. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, whoever gets the building, there's a fuck ton of furniture, blueprints, a bunch of furniture in the stash thing. We're not going to use any of it.
All right, easy.
All right, so I'll do that through what, the tablet?
The tablet, yep.
You said 1166?
That is correct. Double check the number of zeros. Not that I don't trust you. I do fat finger stuff.
I get it.
And beautiful. Wyatt.
All right.
You see the money in your account?
Sure do.
All right. Enjoy, brother.
A fucking end of an era. I appreciate you.
You take care.
Yeah, have a good one.
Bye.
I was kind of eavesdropping there, Mr. Mayor. I apologize. Was that $10 million?
That is correct.
Oh, wow. Yeesh.
That was not intentionally timed, by the way. It's just very coincidental.
Oh, yeah. That's impressive. That's impressive.
That, to be transparent, right, that's to go back to the county. So it's not the merits of what we're trying to build. But
gotcha.
I see this investment company more as a think tank. And we've got the legal lobbying arm, a means by which people can bring their grievances. We'll help file the impeachments. We will help file the legislative changes. We are installing the mayor in the South and the North.
Really?
Yes. Now, this is not for any other reason other than the simple fact that this city needs help.
Oh, yeah. I 100% agree.
And I want those at the table to cover various segments of industry with the sole purpose of building.
And again, I think you've done a great job, Mayor. I voted for you twice at least. I don't think I was there for the first one or the middle one maybe. But, it seems to be a little stagnant, if you will, especially with the housing market, like the things you're doing with that is awesome. But yeah, it seems like it's kind of stagnated a little bit for businesses.
Yes.
And I think that's just where some people's frustrations come into play.
And I think that's what I want that beacon to be. And the value here is like, I wouldn't look at like what you guys are doing and say, hey, I want 99%. No, probably just enough to make it look like an investment. You know what I mean? For reasons.
Right.
But it would be more along the lines of, let's take something from this that Michael is running, and let's take something from this that Kiko is running, and let's take something from this event person, and boom, let's create this new thing, right?
Right.
And we bring value and substance towards it. And even if it brings value for a week, it's a week. That's a week.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Yeah. Sounds great.
Yes.
I did want to say, before we kind of like, get everything agreed upon, that I am working for the DOC now.
Yes.
In the hopes that I did put in an application for PD.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Los Santos PD. So, of course, that could take 2 months, 6 months, who knows? Like, I'm just kind of, I'm up here at DOC learning. I have no clue how to be a police officer. So, I'm learning my 10 codes, procedures, force matrix, all that good stuff up there.
Yes.
But obviously, if that ever does come around, I would have a lot less time for the
absolutely
for the stand there, the stall.
Of course, I think that's kind of the part of the calculation, right? Is I would not. I need to, as mayor, if we went down this route, and I do want to talk to Michael about it. Is
sure.
Ensure that, and I think I believe you're a good enough person that you wouldn't let this happen, but standards exist for a reason, right? Is
yes,
that
sir.
we wouldn't want to make, we would want to make sure that we don't come to an agreement that results in the hot dog stand becoming derelict again. You know what I mean? Because that is the ultimate goal.
Right.
So we'd want contingencies in place in that event, right?
I understand completely.
Yeah.
And again, that's what I'm working against right now. Is trying to get this place open. It's, to be honest with you, Mayor, you probably know this. The stands are
what I
a
mean
gold mine.
I agree, and I don't mean dereliction, in the sense that people aren't showing up, but even worse, like, you left and then you're like, oh, let me just go. I don't think you'd do this, but like I said, it's important to have it in paper. Is that you're like, oh, let me just go flip this for like $3 million, and now some bozo that doesn't show up for 3 years.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, exactly. So
no,
yes.
I would not do that. I'm a pretty honest person.
I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm upfront and honest with you. That's why I wanted to mention the PD stuff. But no, I wouldn't do that.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And the only reason why I'm really kind of stepping up is because I know Gage. He thought about it, and him and Michael kind of both talked to me about it, and I was like, yeah, I'll do it, no problem.
That is beautiful. I know Gage has been concerned about his time allocation. So,
right. Yeah, pretty much the stall and DOC is the two big things I got. I do have the distillery business, but I put that on hold for a while.
Okay.
Just to try to get this hot dog stand back on track. But yeah, if there's ever anything that comes up to where I'm like, hey, I just can't do it anymore or whatever, I will come to you or Michael first and let you know.
Yeah. What has been the problem with the menu? Because this is kind of new to me. Because as far as I'm aware, I don't think new menu items have been going up.
No.
But I mean, as a consequence of, I don't think there's been any new asks.
Correct. Yeah, I think we were trying to do something for Easter, but it didn't go anywhere.
Oh. Are you aware of the process?
Gage explained to me that pretty much yourself, whoever the owner is, which would be yourself.
Oh, no. I got you. Okay, this in the People's Meat email chain, you just ask for, I want this item name and it should look like this. Within 24 hours, we will act. We already see. Oh yeah, brother. We don't want to cook. We made sure you put it in there, and in 24 hours, you're gonna have a custom made new item, and I will upload that immediately.
Oh,
It's just
okay.
no one has done it. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, we can definitely do something like
Yeah.
that.
I will tell you straight up. Don't worry about how long it takes to go up. We'll get that done immediately.
Okay.
But we just, I'd say we need a week run up. Like, do it early. In fact, I'm going to go
Yes.
as far as saying this, Kiko. Go and like make a shitload of suggestions. The original idea is I want you, the other workers, name it after people, name the thing after workers. Like go for it. And stack up all the different types that you want. So we're preloaded with all the different food you want to release in the future. So every 2 weeks, we could have new menu items if you so
A hundred-
chose.
I 100% think that that would be the great idea. And
Yeah.
again, we can't really affect much else, but maybe people get a little excited about new menu stuff.
Yes.
You know,
Yes. Or menu
uh,
items that are designed with key individuals around the city. You know what I mean? Like the Turner
exactly.
dog or the, Viviana bun or something, the
Mm-hmm.
and there's I want go wild with it. Go wild with it. Yeah.
Right
And get the
on.
others involved. You know what I mean? Your key employees.
Yeah, everybody loved the Dublin dog. Like for St. Patty's Day, we couldn't make them quick enough. People were coming up there specifically for the Dublin dog and the ale. So
Yes.
yeah, we will. I'll definitely get back on
Yeah.
that.
So I'm glad we talked about this because I was under the impression we were dropping the at least we know
No,
what the root cause is. So
yeah, I think it was more. We probably just miscommunication on that.
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So I'll start throwing some stuff in there in the
Yes.
email chain and take a vote, take a poll, whatever, and get some stuff working. Because yeah, I agree. Like with the Dublin dog, we should have came out with that like a week prior. Because we had it the day of. But if we,
Yeah.
we could have made a lot of money, a lot more money, I should say.
Yeah,
Um,
agreed.
I think that's really it. I know Gage handles the pay. He's been doing an awesome job at that. Everybody's getting paid on time every Saturday morning. Um, and then, so I'll just kind of run through some quick notes if you got another about 5 minutes, Mayor.
Yeah, please.
Okay. So at our managers meeting, pretty much the topics we discussed was the minimum hour requirement. Again, we settled on 3. Even if they work an hour, that is more than what we're doing now. Um, and we can adjust that. And we also said that, like, hey, if you're not going to be around for a week, let us know. No problem. We're not just going to haul off and fire you, but we need some more hours put in up there.
Mm-hmm.
So all the managers kind of agreed on that. We agreed on outsourcing the farming.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was going to talk to the warden up there at DOC, Gary,
Yep.
and see if we can get the lifers to produce for us, because basically these lifers, they grow this stuff every day just to keep it fresh and then throw it all away. So I think we can work something with that, but they want a ghost kitchen in return. I don't know how you feel about that at the moment.
I want you to make those decisions.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Let me handle if Gage wants to send you the main account, the business one, maintain that. I'll maintain the keys at the stall.
Okay. Okay.
And I will make sure once your funds are running low, you let me know. I'll handle the getting it reinsurged or whatever.
Okay.
And yeah, I want you to, yeah, think of me as the investor, right?
Right.
And I make sure I'm getting you what you need to succeed, but you run that shit. You want to bump the thing, you want to do this, you want to, all yours. You know what I mean?
Awesome.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
because I'm trying to come up with some new ideas just to get this thing. We can make it awesome. I want to do raffle. The big dog noodles.
Yeah.
they're selling raffle tickets for 4,000 a piece. And even our workers have bought like 4 or 5 a piece of those.
Yeah, something like that would be
So-
cool, right? Like,
Yeah.
what about a like can you package? Are you able to package the hot dogs in a thing?
I believe we can, because on...
You ready? You ready for this?
Yes, yes.
What if we made a golden hot dog? Right?
That would be awesome.
And you have to make sure that only trusted people sold it, but you make the golden hot dog that day and you put it into a box of like 50, right?
Yes.
And if you get the golden hot dog, you get like $100,000, $200,000 or something, you know?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
And you could put in a money request to the county for that.
Oh, we can like kind of like write it off
Yeah. Yeah,
as
yeah.
promotional. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Michael can help you with that, or Junior. And so any of those promotional things, everything that they're doing at that place is doing, the fucking
Big dog.
Big Dog, that's all being paid by the county.
Damn, I did not know that.
Yes.
I did not know there's like reimbursements for that. Yeah, we
Yes.
need to. So that's what I'm thinking. Like
You just
spicing
created
this
an
stuff up.
event submission, right? Or like a business grant, either that or event submission. You say, hey, we're looking to like, you know, make an exciting, call it the golden dog.
Yep.
And it works like this. They're going to be in here and da, and the winner gets this amount. You can even say we're going to do this 5 times for $200,000 each or something. And say we're requesting it for 5 in advance. We're going to do it over the course of, 2 weeks or something. And that you specifically make that golden hot dog, and then we'll like remove it off the menu type shit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. There's so much potential for that. That's an excellent idea.
Yep. 100%.
Another thing is like events, I want to like Party Hardy. He's getting married apparently next Saturday. I want to talk to him about us supplying his food. Like there's so many things that we can hopefully get more attraction to this stall.
Absolutely.
So, but yeah, that's let me think if there's anything else we discussed. Outsourcing. The ghost kitchen I'm not a huge fan of, but if they're supplying us all the our produce, then I'll talk to Gary about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the alternative is, instead of doing the ghost kitchen, is that maybe how are they going to do the ghost kitchen? That means DLC comes down and
yeah, we would have to like hire them there.
Yeah, I am in agreement with you. Ghost kitchen, cook on it. You know what I mean? Just consider the headaches of like that come with it, right?
We could always make them like 50 meals a day or something like that, and just deliver them up there.
Yes. Or maybe that you get them customized dogs, right?
Yeah.
And so like you make them, they get those so they can get them up there. You're getting paid, you're getting your stuff, but they're still dogs from the people's meat, right? So it's more of a partnership, kind of like, special McDonald's meal rather than, completely different food. And because I think that doesn't, too many ghost kitchens are not a good thing, unless you're like Chuman's Chips makes sense for a ghost kitchen, right? Larry's Chicken, which by the way, I might have access to now. You can make chicken, but like the place is never open. Like no one knows about it type shit. You know what I mean?
I didn't know there was a chicken place.
Oh, well, kind of there is, but not really.
Okay.
It's like ghost kitchen chicken.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah. Looks like like tastes like chicken, but looks like a hot dog.
Okay. Kind of like our mac and cheese a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they want to do like the shank shake and like a bunch of prison type items, which I don't mind. Maybe giving them like a drink and a main. That could be different. But
Yeah,
yeah,
true.
I'll stew on it and just
Okay,
kind of figure it out a little bit with the DOC up there.
beautiful. And hey, like I said, utilize that request thing on the email chain. And
Mhm.
if you ever need anything directly from me, like timely, don't hesitate to send me an email. So,
Okay, I
all right,
appreciate that. And
absolutely.
same here.
All right,
Same here. Just let me know if there's anything I can do or do
yeah,
better.
okay,
Um, and we'll get to work. And I'm gonna definitely pull Gage. Get some info from him, and I think we'll just kind of work on it together. I'll take the lead, but I still want
hmm
his input.
oh yeah, all right,
Yeah.
love it. All right,
But
brother, I appreciate your
yeah,
time.
yeah, same here. I appreciate it, Mayor. And are you running for the fourth term?
No, I am done in 2 weeks. It's too much headache.
Yeah,
Yeah, the OJ just summary is they do not want democracy. They want their own power. That's it.
like Emperor Palpatine there.
Except Emperor Palpatine was there. He didn't just want like a fancy title.
Ah,
That's all they're living for. 11 hours. Collectively, they were in the city for 25 hours in 3 months.
all of them
Three,
collectively.
three out of the 4 of them, yes.
Wow.
Yes. And the only thing that they were saying is you can't trust felons. You can't trust felons. That's
They
it.
got to get out in the streets a little bit. See what people are going through out here,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they sleep in the toilet and wake up in the toilet. That's it.
Hmm.
So,
Well,
all
good
right.
luck on that front. But yeah, I can understand three terms.
It's a
That's a
lot.
lot.
Yeah. So,
But well, good luck on the last 2 weeks. And again, if you need anything, by all means, let me know.
will do. I appreciate you.
Yep. Thank you. Hope you have a good one, Mayor.
Thank you. Take care. I don't have enough key slots